Hi, what's up, Kaijus? It's your brother again, Kaiju Kong, aka 2K, emerging from the depths of solitude to bring you some more Sigma. So sustenance. Alright, so this is gonna be a funny episode. Hello. What is this? How day trading applies to relationships. Understanding the way women think through the mentality and psychology of trading stock. In this case, I'm gonna be talking about cryptocurrency because I do trade cryptocurrencies. I'm more of a long-term investor than a day trader. I only day trade when I got spare time, and that's just once in a blue pinkish moon. But when I do because it seems to be very lucrative at the moment. And I'm not going to say anything about this. Of course, they always say,
disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor.
So I'm not going to tell you if you should invest or you should not invest. Invest at your own peril. Do your own research before you get into this. But as for me, I'm in it already. While I was trading, I just stumbled upon it and I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, wait a minute. The psychology behind trading, the psychology behind choosing the stock to buy and to sell is the same mentality that women take into the dating market. The reason why females go for certain types of guys and don't go for certain types of guys is the same psychology that us guys use when we trade stock. By the end of this video, you're going to be understanding a lot of concepts about the way women think and female nature, such as the concept of pre-selection, the concept of why girls go for the bad, volatile guys compared to the stable, good guys, and why women monkey branch or go from one guy to the other, and why, like, let's say you should not allow your value to be determined by others' perceptions or others' treatment of you now, and being logical, not being emotional in your relationships. Now, all of these are going to be put in the timeline as chapters in the description below, or you can just scroll along the scroll bar and you can skip to whichever part that you like. Anyway, let's get into this. So imagine for a moment for this video that you are a girl and the guys are here. The guys are standing in front of you. The guys are, one guy is Bitcoin, one guy is Ethereum, one guy is Litecoin, one guy is Bitcoin Cash. All of these are your selection of guys. Oh my God. So I'm going to begin with the concept of pre-selection. What is pre-selection? Pre-selection dictates that women tend to be more interested in you when they see that other women are interested in you. Now, for some guys, it may seem like, what the hell is that? Why is that? But when you understand it through the trading psychology, you can understand it here. For those of you who are not really very familiar with the cryptocurrency, what stands out most to you? I'm sure you know about Bitcoin. You've heard it somewhere. A bit less of you may know what Ethereum is, because Ethereum is the second in line in terms of popularity. Much less of you know what Litecoin is, Chainlink, and all that, Stellar Lumens. But many of you will know Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like that popular guy in school or like that popular guy in the workplace. All of the women know him. All the guys know him. And because all of them know him, they will invest in him. Like here. Most people will invest in Bitcoin. That's why the price is extremely high. And the second in place is Ethereum. That's why the price is also extremely high, because it's popular. Investors have money with which they invest in a stock or which they invest in a crypto. As a girl, that money is equivalent to your youth, your energy, your time, and your effort. So it's the same. You have your value and you have to choose and you spend that resource wisely. You cannot waste it away. So would you rather go with with a cryptocurrency or with a guy that nobody knows from nowhere? Or would you go with a guy who is more the popular one? You'd go with the popular one. You would purchase Bitcoin or you would purchase Ether. Ethereum, much like you would go with, you'd prefer, and you'd have a crush on that guy who's the more popular guy in class. As they say, women would rather share an alpha than be in a committed relationship one-on-one with a beta male or a loser. Women would rather share an alpha than be in a committed relationship with a loser. And that is what pre-selection basically is. Now, the second concept that I'm going to be talking about is why girls tend to go for the bad boys and they don't tend to go for the good guys, especially in their youth. Now, the bad boys can be compared to the more volatile cryptocurrencies, whereas the good guys, the good boys or the nice guys, can be compared to the more stable currencies. The stable currencies in this case are like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the more stable markets. Stable meaning that over the course of 5 years, 10 years, you're more or less guaranteed that they're gonna go up in value, much like the guys now around the world. The more nice guys or the more stable guys are those who are doing their job, going up in value, but may not be going up like at such a radical degree, but they're going up slowly but steadily. Girls find that boring because you kind of know they're predictable. You know that they're gonna go up. You don't have to constantly check in with the market to see, okay, do I have to buy it? Do I have to sell it? Do I have to buy it? You're like kind of like, I know it's gonna do well, so you're not gonna check it. But with these bad boys or these bad boy cryptocurrencies, these more volatile cryptocurrencies, you may log on like an hour later, it kind of dropped in value. You log on the next minute, it goes up in value. So it kind of keeps you glued to the screen. It kind of keeps you glued to the screen. It's kind of like a casino. You're kind of gambling your time away. You're gambling your money away. If you put your money in these more volatile crypto tokens at the right time before it increases in value, you have a potential of making much more profit than if you just invested in a more stable cryptocurrency. So it's kind of much like the same thing with the bad boys. The girls, they kind of get with the bad boys because there is that thrill that maybe he could be that guy one day, or he can provide so much value one day. But at the same time, there's also potential crash. There's a potential for it to really go up. There's a potential for it to likewise also equally go down so much in value. Which leads me on to the next concept of monkey branching. Now, monkey branching is pretty much exactly what the image paints. Monkeys, they swing from branch to branch. So like a female, a branch is like a guy. She will swing from one guy to the other. Kind of like no loyalty. In the market, it's kind of like that. You cannot be emotional in the market. Do I get with this guy or do I get with this guy? They would prefer to get with the guy that provides them more survival potential in the future, subconsciously, in their subconscious brain. They're not really thinking about it. Much like the market, it's logical. I invested earlier on in Ethereum and Bitcoin and a little bit into Chainlink and Litecoin. But then noticing that these volatile coins could potentially give me more profit, what I did was I took away some of the invested money in the more stable coins, and I put them in these lower altcoins or these other cryptocurrencies like synthetics, stellar lumens, especially stellar lumens back like 2-3 weeks ago when it was going up 78%. So as I mentioned, this is the stock price of stellar lumens, the trading market graph. And the time that I was mentioning was 6th of January. You see, from here, 4th of January, in 3 days, it boosted up all the way to almost 35 cents in value. I got into stellar lumens at this price, at 10 cents. As they say in trading, you buy when the stock is low and you sell when the stock is high. Of course, you buy it when it's low, but you predict that it's going to go up, such as in stellar lumens case. I bought it here when it's predicted to go up, because of course you can buy it here and then the price can even shoot down lower. That's why girls, they're kind of wise with this. Of course, not all choices they make are the correct ones. They can make a gamble and the guy is a total bum. But some guys, they shoot up in value. So of course, naturally, you think about it is to prevent yourself from being monkey branched upon, you have to increase in value, right? But as I said, the ones who constantly increase in value are what? Ethereum and Bitcoin. And me, as a girl, I took away my money from Ethereum and Bitcoin to invest in XLM, stellar lumens, before it was predicted to make that increase. So in life, nothing is predictable, my friend. Sometimes it's really up to the girl. You cannot control, much like these cryptocurrencies cannot control me as a buyer. It's like you guys cannot control the girl in her decision making. She may go with another guy because she just sees that the other guy may be going up in value or whatever. But yes, at the end of the day, to prevent yourself from being monkey branched upon is to make yourself the more stable bet, to really show others that you are increasing in value. Because let's see, let's put this in example. You see, it's decreasing in value, hit a low here, but you increased in value. So people are like, oh, okay, he's going back up. You decrease in value, but it's not as low as before. So people are saying, oh, okay, he is not really decreasing in value. We still have faith. They increase again. But you see, it went down even lower than the previous low. It went down here, continued going down, And the reason why the price goes down is because people sell the stock, which means that they're losing faith in the stock's value. So much like that, sometimes the woman will stick with you even if you're down. But you just gotta make sure that try not to make your future lows as low or God forbid, even lower than your previous lows. Because if there is a trend, she sees that there's a trend of you just going down and going down and going down, much like this, she's going to kind of lose faith. And then there's going to be a larger potential of her monkey branching to another guy who has more potential. And as you see, funnily enough, with this concept of monkey branching, when the stock price goes up, she looks at you again and sees like, hey, his value is kind of going up much higher than his previous highs. So she may consider that she might want to get back with you. That's why some of you guys are wondering why all of a sudden when I'm improving in my life, when I'm improving my situation, all of a sudden she wants me back. All of a sudden she messages me. All of a sudden she calls me and appears back into my life wanting me back. It's because of that. You can see, look at the right side of the screen. The greens are the people who are buying. The red are the people who are selling. Look, majority of the people currently now are buying. And she sees that, oh, there are lots of girls who are liking him. There are lots of girls buying into what he is and who he is. So maybe I want to take him back again. Back to the concept of pre-selection. When more people want to buy you, when more girls are interested in you, when you're popular with the market, the more that the girls want you. Now this segues perfectly into what I want to talk about now, is that do not allow how others treat you now, how others perceive you now, to determine your value of who you are. Only you have been with you. You know your own struggles. You know what past you went through. You know how much you've improved. Because look, 15 minutes, it may look like you are going down in value. So people who get with you, a girl who gets with you now in the current, or maybe a day or a week ago, or your colleagues who've only met you in 1 year, they only see this. They see you decreasing in value. And when they see you decreasing in value, their perception of you, their treatment of you kind of may be abusive, or they may scoff at you, they might tease you. But have faith, because that's 15 minutes. When you look at it from the hour view, when you look at it from a bigger view, look, you increased in value before you hit that decrease. This means that who's to say that, look, it's kind of going up. Who's to say that you're not going to reach that high again, or maybe even higher? Sometimes you just have to trust the process and remember your past. Remember where you came from. That's 1 hour view. Let's look at 6 hours. 6 hours, yeah, you're more or less a stable guy. You see? So even if you slumped now, and others treat you badly because of your slump now, they do not know where you came from. You came from here, my friends. In the beginning of this year, this is how the stock price of stellar lumens look like. And people treat you like shit here, but people didn't even give you a damn there. Remember where you came from. That increase is not nothing. It is something. And that is something you have to have pride about. So let's look at another example here. This we have Ethereum. This is basically the stock price of Ethereum at the moment. 15-minute time window. Look, much like stellar lumens XLM, you went down in value. Much like a guy, you kind of have your ups and downs in life. You may be at an all-time low here, but you're struggling, but you're self-improving slowly. But because people saw you that you were here, if they met you here, you went up, and then all of a sudden now you're going down in value, they may lose faith in you. They may lose faith in you, but do not allow yourself to lose faith in yourself, because that's just 15 minutes. When you zoom out to the 6 hour window, look how far you came in life. You were here at one point in your life, but you self-improved to this point. Don't allow your loss here to govern and negate totally what effort you got from point A to this point. Now, the last point I want to talk about is not to be emotional in your relationship. Be logical. What I mean by this, give back to others based on how much they invested in you. So what do I mean by this? On the left side, you can see here the red and the green. The red basically is the people selling it at the moment, and the people buying are in the green. Now look, you can see there are different numbers. 7, 8. Now 7 are 7 tokens of Ethereum. eight tokens of Ethereum. Sometimes there's 0.01, so 0.01 tokens of Ethereum. They're not even a single token. So much like that, if a guy buys one token and the price of that token is worth 1,000 at the time, that's how much value you're going to get. So Ethereum is a guy. If I'm the girl and I invest my time when he's worth 1,000, he's going to give me 1,000. That's logical. It's like the market. Many of you guys at the moment, the girl gives you 500 euros equivalent of her time, her effort, and her youth. But you give her back 1,000, which is basically double that amount. What do you think the girl's going to do? You're basically putting her on a pedestal. You're giving her back. You're making a loss on yourself to give her a profit. What do you think she's going to do? She's not going to say no to you. She's going to say, oh, we're friends. Kind of like now. If the market pays me double of what I put in for no good reason, I'm going to stay in that market like a friend. But believe you me, I'm going to take away a large amount of that money that I just earned, and I'm just going to invest it in other cryptocurrencies that I see as more profitable, rationally. Not this one that seems to be out of whack and malfunctioning because it's giving me back 100 times more than I put in. You see what I mean? But sometimes what is evident in many of your guys' life is that you as a stock, you as a crypto, you as a company, you go up so much in value while the girl is playing around with short-term volatile bad boy stocks. Sometimes when she sees that, okay, she's done playing around with this, or she made a loss and she wants to go back and improve her own life, she may want to go back with you, but then sometimes it may be too late. When she goes back with you, your price is at this point, you're not worth 1,000 euros anymore, you're worth 1,000,000. She may not even afford you anymore. Or if she can afford you, she only affords you a little fraction of your time, which is what I told you. Just because the girl has a big ass, big boobs, doesn't mean you decrease your price and give her a big portion of you or your stock. That's illogical. Of course, in the market, that does not make sense. So much like in relationships, this should not make sense. If a girl did not give you the time of day a long time ago, all of a sudden now your value is at this point, and then now she wants to come back, don't give her the leeway. Maintain that frame. Maintain your value. You may think that females are mysterious. You may feel that females are weird to understand, but when you think about it in the stock trading market, you do it yourself. You choose stocks based on probably the way that females choose other guys. And if you apply this to the way that the dating market works, all of a sudden, it's like the veil has been opened up in front of your eyes and the matrix is there. The matrix is there. You can see the red, the green, all the numbers. It's more logical than it is emotional at the end of the day. It's funny. When I realized this, it was a big eureka moment, and I thought that I was gonna share this with you. So yeah, if this content resonated with you, if you learned something new, if this made you laugh, or if this made you think like, I can apply that to my own life, then do go ahead and like the content to give this video a boost out there, and comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe also if you haven't already. This is the channel for the Sigma males. Remember, Sigma males, we think differently. Probably you have not seen this type of video yet, because sometimes who makes random connection between one topic and another? It's very rare, and I think this is a trait that real Sigma males naturally have. We can make connections between randomly, seemingly not connected topics and fields. So yeah, do subscribe if you haven't already. This is Kaiju Kong signing off. Do take care, my friends. Stay strong. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.